So for those of you who are watching at home, we just watched the documentary Push on Netflix by Darren Brown, award-winning and amazingly famous mentalist and magician. And Push is all about a social experiment engineered to take someone to the point of being a total stranger to the point where they will literally become so compliant they kill someone. Not for real, but they think it's real. And now we're going to talk about how that relates to marketing. Because obviously what all of us sell should be a whole lot easier to get someone to buy than to get someone to commit a capital crime. So first of all, what did you think? What did Darren do? What did you write down? What were the principles he put into play to get Chris to go from nowhere to almost, and the other 3 out of 4, pushing Bernie off a roof?
Did little steps at a time.
Little steps. Nobody wakes up one morning one day and says, I want to join a cult today, right? They go through a series of steps of indoctrination to get to the point where they're willing to do something crazy. What else?
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. There were subconscious, subliminal, verbal cues. They had the video. The charity was named Push. The slogan was whatever it takes. They had it playing constantly all the time going into his head. You're absolutely right.
Escalating levels of subservience.
Yep, escalating levels of subservience. What he called the foot in the door technique. Started with mislabeling food as vegetarian when it wasn't. Then went to getting him champagne, picking up his bag, following him around. It kept increasing in intensity. They had him push him in the wheelchair, so he was already used to pushing Bernie. What else?
Potential anonymity. Because nobody knew what Bernie looked like.
Yep.
And so each of them stepped into that role.
Yep, that helps. So he's already, and then they also had the fact that nobody knew who Chris was, nobody knew who Hannah was. They had a team of people at the end who were conspiring together. So again, he doesn't feel like he's doing it all by himself.
I thought the key moment was when Tom said to Chris, explain what happened. Explain what happened.
Where he had to take ownership that he did it.
Completely took ownership of that.
He didn't say, Tom made me do all these things.
But he said we.
Yeah, he said we.
But it was totally on him.
Yep. So marketing. So what we're doing today, marketing so good it can kill. We're gonna we'll go out of order. We'll do our normal we'll do our profitability partners. I'm gonna share with you our latest in marketing, which is technically why you're here. All right. So we skipped straight to our implementation contest. Do you think you would do it? We all want to say no, but 3 out of 4 went for it, so you never know. How can you apply that to your marketing without killing anybody?
I suppose implement the strategy with small steps.
Baby steps, sure. So what would a first step be?
Sign up for a free report.
Signing up for a free report, absolutely. They would go, so if step 1 is go get a free report on your insurance or go get a free report on getting divorced, step 2 could then be your book. So now you got the free report, that's great. Here's what's next. Go grab the book. You're escalating a little bit because now to get the free report, technically all you need is an email address. To get a book mailed to you, you now have to give me name and snail mail address. Step 3. Consultation, come in.
Face.
Yep, face to face. Little bit more escalation, get in my physical office, which you may perceive to be a selling environment. So there's 3 steps, which maybe, and then obviously 4th would be, in your case, would be getting them to hire you. So little baby steps, and I'll show you a marketing funnel we just launched that has a number of steps in it that's working really well that you can copy. What do you do?
What do I do? So I am the director of marketing and customer experience for an app called Open Bottle. Basically what we are is a wine share instead of a timeshare. So we go to a lovely restaurant and we choose a bottle that is reserved and highly sought after, and basically we sell it out like timeshares. We sell it by the glass. You get to meet a bunch of people you probably never met before, or just a bunch of your friends buy it off by the glass. We get 20%, the restaurant gets the rest, but the restaurant sets the glass price as it is, and that's what we do.
So that's really cool. And that's an interesting business model. So when you first said wine share, I was a little confused because I wasn't sure how we were giving it back.
You shared it.
Yes, I got it. I got that in your explanation. Okay, so wine share, so we're physically coming to a place to all drink the wine together.
Together, yeah.
And the draw is it's a bottle that you wouldn't buy for yourself because it's really expensive, but you can come check out this really cool wine, and if you want, you can bring friends to check it out with you.
Sure, and more often than not, I mean, people use it as sort of meetup marketing type experiences, networking experiences. It also really has worked well for the restaurants that we pair with, because if they want to try a new dish and they'll make a deal on pairing that dish with the wine, it's like, I think it's the key to like a Tuesday night success, if you ask me.
Which is a historically slow night, yes.
Yeah, so it's, it turns out well, and it's just a nice way to get to know other people who are ownophiles like myself.
Okay, so that is a really interesting business model. So you are selling both business to business in terms of restaurants and business to consumer, getting wine drinkers to buy in.
Yes.
So what is your first, so let's go business to consumer first. Let's say what is your first baby step of getting me indoctrinated?
So that's an interesting question, and part and parcel with why I wanted to come to this, because I do not have a marketing background. I'm a learning designer, so I have an understanding of like how the mind works and how we make decisions. However, I've never been put in the position until now to be the convincer, other than something that's more like inbound marketing or inbound PR, where we're just giving you the content, you happen to like it, so you engage with it. Just much more my speed, like things like this where I'm deeply questioning the ethics behind everything that happened. I'm like, oh no, I'm not, no. I would have been like, no, we're gonna call the police or the ambulance right now. I'm gonna try to give you CPR, I'm gonna do whatever I can. I feel like, I would have stopped immediately right there just because of everything that's ethically wrong in that picture. So now I'm a little nervous. Now I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing here? Like, oh no.
We're not suggesting you use this for evil purposes. You all took an oath when you watched it that you wouldn't go start a cult or kill anyone.
Yeah, that's not my scene at all. I just want you all to have some wine. But I think what our first step kind of is we have it's about downloading the app, right? So a lot of times I'll be at a bar and my friends work at bars, different things like that, and you start talking to the people that are around you, and it's like, oh, what are you drinking? And they tell you, some average by the glass tab. And you're like, well, actually, I really am interested in this one bottle. It's only by the bottle, but I can put it on this app here, and then we could split it if you want to. And they're like, what? How does that work? And it's just a nice way to, but once again.
So it's like grassroots guerrilla marketing.
But it's also super slow,
sure.
1-to-1 ratio.
Right,
Like,
it's
oh my
no
God.
leverage. You're doing the 3 feet rule.
This event is over,
Yeah, that was my branch manager at the first securities firm I worked for, taught the 3 feet rule, which I'm sure he took from the multi-level marketing, which is anytime you get within 3 feet of somebody, you got to talk to them about that. And I was 21 when I started, and I said, okay, I'm not, good luck with that. And literally we were going out to Tops to get groceries for like the 4th of July company picnic at Prudential. I just told you where it was. At Prudential, and he's in line. We've got the hot dogs and the buns and everything, and we're in line at the cash register, and there's a person ahead of him, and he taps him on the shoulder, and he goes, John Smith, Prudential's Financial Services. Nice to meet you. And he starts talking to the guy, and I'm cringing, like, oh my God, inching away. I don't know him. Like, people do that. So you're doing it in a good way. But again, there's no scalability to that.
Not at all.
Too much manual labor.
But as soon as people download the app, they of course, it's an email transaction. So we now have an email and a listserv. We do different promotions. So there's a wine event this weekend that we got extra tickets to, and then we did a raffle of like the first 5 people who respond. Those are always really good response rates. Other things where I'm really just kind of interested in the market research end of it, where I just want to know about the type of wines you like and what gets you to go to an event. Nobody wants to answer those. I must be a weirdo. I love surveys. I'll take 1,000,000 surveys, but no one else seems to want to. So
I'm guessing if they don't want to take it, and this is a safe space, but I'm going to tell you're selling the survey wrong.
I have no doubt. Well, once again, that brings me back to the whole, I've never done this before.
Got it.
I'm just
So we're going to get there.
position.
Awesome. So your baby step, your first step technically is you want them to sign up for the app.
Yes.
And then is step 2 going straight to come to an event?
Come to an event, yeah.
So there's no steps in the middle.
Well, so if they sign up, they get the email that says like, thanks for joining. Here's a promo code. Come join a glass for half price.
So you're going straight for a sale.
Yeah, which I'm sure is wrong, but I don't know any better, so here I am.
Okay. We're glad you're here.
Thanks.
All right, so I'm not going to say anything is wrong. I'm going to suggest that you might try something different.
There's better ways, I'm sure.
Yes. So in this case, in our case, you went from the first step, hey, get Bernie a glass of champagne, to push him off the roof.
Yeah, but I don't find any ethical.
There's no ethical violations here. It's
Yeah,
fine.
sure.
You're fine.
Okay.
It's funny. I had this conversation. I did a consultation for a company yesterday, and they are in the asset-backed lending business. So what that means is if you have a Lamborghini, they will loan you money against your Lamborghini, or your Rolex, or your helicopter. It's all high-end luxury items that are really expensive. And their website, they reached out to us because they said, we're spending $20,000 a month on traffic to our website, and 95% of our leads are crap. And I said, how are you driving traffic? Google AdWords, what are the keywords you're bidding on? The CEO didn't know. I did some spy software to look at his account, and the stuff he's advertising is like fast cash loan, no credit, no problem, like fast loan USA, nothing about got a Lamborghini, got a Ferrari. And I said, let me guess, 9 out of the 10 of the people that you're talking to don't even have the asset to borrow again. Yeah, it drives us crazy. Like, you're fishing in the wrong pond with the wrong bait. And the other issue is on his website, it's beautiful, but it goes straight from you got here to fill out an application. There's no educational process. There's no baby steps all the way up. And I said, you're going up to a girl you've never met before in a bar for the first time and saying, do you want to get married? You should get her name first. You should buy a drink, have a conversation maybe, a couple dates, meet her parents. Escalation. So apply the dating model of relationships to the model of marketing, and you either have something that works or push people off roofs. Okay, so we're going to do what I call our profitability partners, which is where we stand up, we talk, and your name, what you do. You just did yours, so we'll go to the right and come back around to my right, and you answer one of these questions. You say your name, what you do, and either what your goal is for the month that we might be able to help with, who would you like to be connected to, if there's somebody you want to be introduced to, and some of us might know that person, you never know, or what's your biggest current challenge that we can help with. So you just pretty much went. So I'm going to move over to Rhonda, have her go, and then we'll go around the room. And then we'll get back to content. Oh, I'm sorry. Tom is making a suggestion. Yes.
Do you want to know Kevin Laballo, the wine guy?
Yeah, actually, we're gonna do a taping of Spiel the Wine in a week, and yes, I'm very excited.
He's a friend of mine.
Well, that's good to know, and I'll want to talk to you later.
If you're doing the segments, and that's where your audience is.
Very much so, and to be fair, we have tons of connections, but they're in-house connect, right? There's no market that we have right now for people who are unknown or curious, or there are people who are in it to win it. We already drink wine, we're already about this life. And so now we need to get beyond those.
I would think the Facebook and Instagram ads where you can target wine users would work really well.
Well, and they do. We have lots of Instagram followers. We have lots of people who like our things. People look at our Facebook ads and different things like that. But also, and I hate to stop stealing everyone's time. I'm sorry. Basically, what we look at is, a lot of times, the feedback I get from people in general, unless they're wine people, is, I don't want to spend $40 on a glass of wine. Even though, I understand it's a $600 bottle, and you're going to sell it to me for $40 a glass. It's just not that important that they know what that's like, I'm like, don't you understand?
You need the aspirational wine drinkers.
Yes.
And you're going about it the right way though, because you're getting, just like in the piece there, you're getting an authority now to recommend you.
Yes.
And that's the whole thing, is that if you get somebody that has the following and has the authority that people respect, you're just gonna, it's gonna come. It's just gonna come.
Who else wants to impress?
I'm sorry?
I could see, who else wants
yes.
to impress? I could see this would be maybe from our industry, some gluten.
Financial advisors, bringing clients.
Got more money than we do, but would like to have a very special event for their very special clients.
That's a great idea, B2B.
It is a good idea.
Yeah.
And can you tell everyone your name?
Oh, Sarah Linneman. Lovely to meet you all.